3 things to know before moving to Utah. Are you considering moving to Utah, the great beehive state? You won't be disappointed. As a Utah native, I've discovered many of the hidden gems that make Utah a wonderful place to live and to raise a family. Here are a few tips to help orient you as you make the move to Utah. Number 1, enjoy the great outdoors. With 5 national parks, 43 state parks, 7 national monuments, and 6 national forests in Utah, you aren't going to run out of recreation activity for a long time. Here are a few of the sites and activities to add to your bucket list. Enjoy the greatest snow on earth. Depending on where you decide to live in Utah, you can have access to 7 ski resorts within 30 minutes of your home. Whether you ski, snowboard, sled, or snowshoe, take some time and appreciate Utah's world-famous snow. Explore unique geology and history of Utah. The list of wonders you can see in Utah is extensive, which is why people from all around the world travel here to see our desert red rock, our lush mountains, our brilliant salt flats. We have dinosaur fossils, pioneer ghost town, limestone caves, and stunning, beautiful lakes. The diversity in Utah is truly mind-boggling. Experience the seasons in their full spectrum. There is nothing quite as stunning as the changing of seasons, but make sure you are prepared. Utah's temperatures can range from 110 plus degrees to well below freezing as we transition from summer to winter. But I guarantee you'll love the vivid fall colors, the cool summer nights, the fresh fallen snow, and of course the budding spring flowers. Try some new hobbies. Utah is a mecca for outdoor enthusiasts, so now might be a great time to start learning a new hobby. Explore our extensive hiking trails, bike along the Jordan River walkway, float down the Green River or even the Provo River. Try spelunking or perhaps kayaking on Lake Powell, or ride an ATV in the mountains, climb some red rock, go boating, or go see the wild horses out near Tooele. Number 2, finding your way around town. A new home won't feel like a home until you've had some time to settle in and orient yourself. There are a few things you should know about Utah's streets, cities, and traffic to help you get used to the new roads. Understanding the addresses. Most cities in Utah are set up on a grid system with addresses reflecting coordinates from a central location, usually a main street or a center street. For instance, in Salt Lake City, Temple Square marks the center of downtown, and the streets moving to the west are 100 west, 200 west. The streets moving to the north are like 100 north, 200 north, etc. Once you get used to the grid system, navigating around town is usually fairly simple, but it can take some time to get used to the new streets. For example, Utah County has more winding roads than Salt Lake County. So some bear names instead of the cardinal directions. In addition, each city sometimes has its own grid system. So say you're driving between Pleasant Grove and American Fork. You might be heading west, but suddenly you find yourself on 1700 East. You can always look at the street signs. They'll change colors, and usually in the left-hand corner they'll have the name of the town you're in. A Utah language tip. In Utah, 123rd South or 53rd North usually refers to what your little GPS lady will say is like 12,300 South is 123rd South, etc. So figure out the traffic. One thing you need to know about traffic in northern Utah is that no matter where you're going, you're likely to find construction. Our population is growing fast, and with that growth comes a lot of expanding roads. Get a reliable GPS to help you find alternative routes and miss the rush hour. As a side note, Utah drivers are notorious for not using their blinkers. So stay alert and don't be afraid to demonstrate to those behind you on the road proper blinker etiquette. Prepare for a few tongue twisters. Utah is notorious for interesting town names. Don't sweat how to pronounce them too much. Most local Utah people don't even know. So in Utah language, here's a tip for a town down by Zion. It's called Hurricane, but it is spelled hurricane. And also we have a town called Levan, which is actually navel spelled backwards. And yes, it is in the dead center of Utah. Number 3, learning to love the social life. One of the things I love the most about Utah is the people. There is much about Utah that is quirky and endearing, but the things that make it a truly wonderful place to make your home is the people who live here. Here are some ways to make the most of the social life in Utah. Experience the events, especially in the summertime. Utah is alive with activities. We're well known for our performing arts programs, but I recommend that you start your own bucket list around the things you love. Here are a few things to get you started. Attend a Native American powwow. See a free concert or a movie in the park. See an outdoor play at the Tuacahn Theaters in St. George. Attend a rodeo. Check out the Sundance Film Festival. You could visit a haunted house or explore local farmers markets. Watch a jazz game, attend the Scottish Games, or even a storytelling festival. Explore a fantasy park, or yes, we actually do have amusement parks here. Another way is to embrace the local cuisine. Yes, green jello is our state's favorite snack food. An icon that is so popular, we turned it into a collectible pin during the Winter Olympics in 2002. But if jiggly food isn't your thing, try our funeral potatoes. They aren't as morbid as they sound. Or try our fry sauce. You'll love it. Or you can even try our famous square donuts. Utah boasts 36 colleges, most of which host concerts, sporting events, museums, plays, community events that are worth checking into. In addition, Utah is known for having safe, quality schools from preschool on up. Learn the local language. Utah idioms are too numerous to list them all, but here's a quick dictionary guide that might help. Silicon Slopes. Okay, that's the area around Lehigh that is now booming with tech companies, lots of new businesses, and lots of residential. Biffed it. Okay, that means you messed up. If somebody invites you to the steak center, you might not get a piece of meat there. Okay, it's a religious building where usually, steaks aren't served. So, okay. Another one is Point of the Mountain. That's the jutting foothills that separate Salt Lake County from Utah County. And you will see lots of hang gliders there. It's kind of fun to watch. In Utah, we're known for our slang. And if you say mountain, that is slang for mountain. Fountain is slang for fountain. Just the I-N, no T-A-I-N. Another one is fork. You'll hear it a lot like American fork, Spanish fork. Yeah, you've got that one. Powder, okay? They might not be talking about what ladies put on their face. They're probably talking about the great ski powder we get here. Sloughing isn't what you do to exfoliate your skin. It usually means skipping class. Fetch, heck, flip, gosh, darn. These are Utah curse words. But hey, when it's all said and done, relax and enjoy your new adventure. And welcome to the wonderful state of Utah. Be sure to check out all of our other videos on our YouTube channel about places to eat and fun things to do in Utah. Oh yeah, and don't forget, hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up.